Now, while a lot of this collection is total surprise to both of us, I do know what is in this box here, and let me tell you guys, this might be one of the best ones of the whole haul. There are some really special things in here. As you can see, we have, I believe, 6 engines here, and there's some pretty cool ones. This first one out here, this is a Santa Fe 280 by Bachmann, I believe, DCC and sound. Been lightly weathered. Here's another really cool one, guys. Southern 282. Number 4752, absolutely unbelievable. Also with DCC and sound. Just go ahead and grab this diesel really quick, just while we're looking at it. Really cool GP7, and that classic Southern Green. You got 3 more steam engines on this top layer here, and they're all just equally as cool. Gorgeous nickel plate 282, another awesome Mikado, once again with DCC and sound, of course. Everything in this collection is just, the top of the line stuff, guys. It's just so cool. Here's another one of those Bachmann 280s, nickel plate. Once again, DCC and what sound value, I think is what Bachmann calls their sound system. And the last locomotive on this top layer here. Once again, it's a pretty awesome one. One of the Bachmann Berkshires here in the nickel plate scheme. So as you can see, that layer was amazing. And I think the bottom one is going to have some more awesome stuff for us to check out. So let's go ahead and take a look. So as I kind of mentioned earlier briefly, most of the rest of the haul is going to be these custom loose rolling stock and engine carriers. And just because there's so many of them, I'm probably not going to pull every single item out, but I'll try to get it to a point where at least you guys can see sort of what's in here. This top one is, of course, a lot more freight cars, and we're going to actually see some of those loads from earlier. Like these corn loads that we saw earlier. Nice C&O gondola there too. Seeing a lot more familiar road names that we've kind of already, seen a few of in this collection. Another gondola loads down here. Nice Gulf tanker. Curious what this reefer is. It looks like it's yellow. I want to see what we got going on here. Nice Burlington route car. It's cool to see kind of the finished product of some of those loads that we got earlier. This scrap gon here looks really good too. I'm going to pull this out. Really cool stuff. And so each one of these trays has, 16 or so cars in it. I'm just going to pull on the second one here. Mostly tank cars in this one. I see a couple cool things. I'm curious what this yellow tank car is here. That's interesting. Southern Pacific for gasoline service. Definitely unique. And obviously all this stuff is KD equipped. Knuckles, metal trucks, metal wheels. Atlas Chemical Industries. That's a really unique one too. There's a cool GM&O box car there too. Let's go to the next one here, see what else we can find. Lots of Southern hoppers in this one. That's really cool. I'm sure he probably had a full, consist that we're going to find at some point. Central Georgia grain there, B&O grain. Here's a nice Firestone covered hopper. A couple of these little transformer load flatbeds. These are really cool. And then we got 6 matching Southern hoppers there. And the bottom tray of this box, let's see what we're gonna find. Ooh, look at this. Lots more matching hoppers. Looks like 9 of these are gonna be Rio Grande. And then we've got a Norfolk and West, 2 N&Ws, and a Wisconsin Central. Let's quickly pull out one of these Rio Grande ones, just because we've got so many of them. These are really sharp. Kind of a light weathering job done to these. Looks really good. I'd be, I'm pretty certain each one's going to have an individual number. So another really cool case of trains there. Let's go check out another one. So the cool thing with these carrying cases is that not all of them have 4 tiers. This one, for example, only has 2. And I think the idea there is if you got one you want to transport engines in, you do one that's got 2 tiers instead of 4, so the weight doesn't get too crazy. And I think that's what we're going to see here. And let's pop this open and take a look. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Just, this to me is like, this is dream stuff we're looking at here. So we have 6 Santa Fe GP7s, all individually numbered. And all these engines have sound, by the way, according to the label here. They all are QSI, DCC sound installed. Amazing, amazing. We'll just take one out here. Yeah, so these are Proto 2000 engines. They are sharp. So much detail on these. It wouldn't shock me if there's been some custom detail mods made to them. So not only do we have 6 of these Jeeps in here, But we also have 5 nickel plate GP7s, and they also all are in amazing condition, fully detailed. I believe these are Proto 2000s as well. Yep, confirmed there on the bottom. All DCC and sound as well. Holy cow. I mean, this is such a sight to behold here. I mean, because there we have, what, 14 engines? Excuse me, 11 engines, all different road numbers, and even though there's only 2 different, really, variations of engine there. And oh my gosh, look at this tray. I mean, come on. This is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. So, obviously here we have all kinds of Santa Fe bluebonnets. I see mostly GP30s, at least. We got 8 GP30, 9, 10 GP30s here. But there's a standout here for sure, and it's these snoot noses. Check these out. These are huge, and these are Broadway limited engines too. So you know that the detail is going to be outstanding on these. And there's 2 of them, separate road numbers of course. I hope you guys like Santa Fe stuff, and like I said in the last video, don't get it confused. This is not the Lifelike and Tyco Santa Fe junk that's everywhere that we make fun of in the last, you know, videos and stuff. These are like the right stuff to have. If you're gonna have Santa Fe stuff, you're gonna get stuff like this. Unreal. What a crazy, crazy box that is. Let's go to the next one. What else can we find? Holy cow. I think this might be a good box to follow that one up to keep this momentum going. This first tier of this one, this is another one with just 2 levels. First tier is gonna be all freight cars. Some really cool ones in here though. The main standout, in my opinion, is this just absolute behemoth of a flatbed right there with those transformer loads. Other than that, I mean, this is just, the stuff in here is killer. NC and STL hoppers, L&N hoppers, Firestone, some more similar things we've seen a couple of, but I think this bottom tray might have some real treats though for us. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so what we've got here is 5 GP7s, again, from Union Pacific. I believe these are more Protos. Yep, Proto 2000s on here. Once again, all DCC sound equipped. So we got 4 of those. And probably the coolest thing in this box here is going to be a ABBA set, Pennsylvania Railroad FA2s. So let's get one of these A units out and take a look at it. So these are actually Bachmann, DCC and sound value. We've got the full ABBA set in there. Looks like some custom numbering might have been done to that one, I'm assuming, to make it so that they didn't all have the same number. But that's a great set to have. And again, what an unbelievable box right there. This is just such an impressive sight here to see this many engines, especially those UPs. They just really stand out. Let's go see if we can find some more stuff like this. Oh my gosh, unreal. Okay, we're back with another one with the 4 tiers on here. And something curious to me that I really want to see is this top tray says cabooses with marker lights on the side. And if that means we have some cabooses here with functioning marker lights, that will be just so cool. And I think we might, based on what I'm seeing here. Let's take a look at this. And I believe that's exactly what we have, because look, we've got a switch on the bottom, and we've got powered trucks that are going to draw power from the tracks. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, these 2 marker lights on there are going to light up when we put this thing on the track, and that is just such an awesome detail that you don't see too much of on HO scale cabooses. This one's a real showstopper. Southern bay window, and once again, we've got that switch on the bottom. I don't know if that's a custom thing or if that's, I assume that's custom. I don't see cars like that ever. So I'm assuming this was a, you know, something this gentleman did on his own, was add these marker lights. Just because the switch spot looks like it was cut out. And I mean, I can only assume how long that took. You know, that must have been a labor of love. But what a cool project that he took on to put those marker lights on those cabooses. That's just going to elevate the look of those significantly. Got some more freight cars here. A lot of stuff here that is kind of, you know, familiar. Reefers, Santa Fe stuff, the flatbeds with loads. I'll try and just kind of hover this in front of the camera so you guys can see maybe a little bit better what we have in there. Lots of good road names in there, lots of Seaboard and L&N and all that good stuff. Oh, this one's actually only got 3 trays, excuse me, and this bottom one is a perfect example of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. all the different unique flatbeds with the loads that are in this collection. And here's kind of a prime example, because look, this is one of those Walthers Trainline flatbeds we saw earlier. So clearly, what the gentleman did was, he would buy the stock flatbeds and he would take them and just totally supercharge them with weathered trucks and loads like this, like these wood spools here. And I think we've actually got 2 more kind of similar situations in here, at least, if not more. Look, I bet you this is one of those Illinois Central Gulf Trainline flatbeds. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. And he's gone and just totally elevated, a stock freight car, consumer budget freight car, put some awesome customizations on there, and it just makes it a totally different car. And that's really cool to see, somebody take something average, not bad, but something average and just totally elevate it. So that's a really cool box there. Let's go on to the next one. So I know it's a bit hard to see, but the side of this box says Tennessee Central RS3s on it. And if that's what we have in here, guys, I might just lose it, because that is, oh boy. So, first of all, we've got 9 more UP GP30s. Holy cow. All with sound, QSI, decoders, you name it, it's got them. That's already amazing, but what I see here, something really special. We're going to first grab this caboose here. So this is another caboose that's been custom fitted to have those marker lights on it. And it's a Tennessee Central caboose, and I believe what we have here is something that is going to match that caboose perfectly. Check it out, guys. We've got 2. These are Atlas RS3s, Tennessee Central. Holy cow. That is like the dream road name to get in this area. I mean, this is the stuff, that ran through the state. This area of the state was primarily a few railroads, and this is one of them. And this was, what ran from Clarksville to Monterey, out to Crab Orchard. This is the railroad that owned what now is the Nashville and Eastern and the LaWaste Railroad, rather. This one looks like it needs a little work. That shell might be coming off a little bit. But we've got 2 of these Tennessee Central RS3s here by Atlas. And those are just so beyond special to have. Holy cow. Those are crazy. So that top tray is amazing. Let's see what else is in this box. We've got lots more freight cars here. We got more of those corn heads we've seen earlier. Lots of UP. And check this out. We've got more of those Tennessee Central hoppers we saw earlier. The only difference is that these have already been built and put together, equipped with coal loads, the whole 9 yards on those. Oh, and here's one too that we actually haven't seen yet. Another Tennessee Central car. Covered hopper. Once again, that's about the coolest thing, I could have in terms of local railroads. Just unreal. The only level of obscurity we could get higher than that is if I had, commissioned Nashville and Eastern locomotives built. Or, something even more obscure in a way. And last but not least, this bottom tray's got some more awesome L&N things going on. I see some UP, SP, similar things that we've already seen. These yellow tank cars do really catch my eye, though. Decatur, Illinois. Check that out. Once again, an awesome piece. Something I haven't really seen before. It's had a lot of love and detail put into that. I think that is a good box to end part 2 of this haul on, and with another high note. We've still got a lot to cover. This is going to be a 4-parter at least. But so far, guys, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for enjoying the content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got a lot more stuff on the way like it, so make sure to subscribe, stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching, guys.